Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face of new drugstore makeup. So I actually already filmed this video yesterday, but my mic was not plugged in, so we are filming it again today. It's fine though, it's going to be a great day regardless, and it's going to be a great video because we have lots of good stuff. Milani, Hard Candy, Catrice, a little bit of everything honestly. And to be honest, the eyeshadow look I did yesterday was a hot mess, so I'm actually glad I get to like do this again. So it's like a second first impressions, and I can also give you guys little speed reviews as I go based on how the makeup wore yesterday, because I did wear my makeup for over 8 hours yesterday. We're gonna have fun today because we have some good stuff. So make sure you grab a snack, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell that way you're notified every time I upload. And let's get into it and play with some drugstore and affordable products. So I already primed my lids and I did my brows. I also do have lip balm on, and I used this one from Milani. It's the Fruit Fetish Mango Coconut Lip Balm. I really like this. This feels good. It's nice and hydrating, but it's super lightweight. It almost feels like a lip gloss, to be honest. It doesn't have any tint, as you can see. And I will put these on my lips later on and swatch them so you guys can see the colors, but I really like these. They smell amazing. So we'll get into those later. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the INSTA palette from Catrice. When I used this yesterday, I thought it was really nice. When I saw this, I was kind of like, oh, like, do I really need it? It's another neutral palette, but the shadows actually performed pretty nicely yesterday. So this is what it looks like. I ordered this on Ulta's website, and I'm going to start off with this color right here. And I'm just going to be applying that right in my crease. And I probably have leftover glitter, shadow, liner from yesterday's look, because we'll get into that in a minute, but the lash glue that I used, it's really hard to come off. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, hashtag glam. And I'm gonna start packing that on the outer part of my lid. Use a smaller little brush. There we go, just to kind of concentrate the product and then blend it out. I think I'm gonna do a halo smoky eye today, but we'll see what happens. I like the cool tones in here. It's definitely not like your typical neutral palette. A lot of palettes nowadays, I feel like they just have a bunch of orange shadows, which I love a good orange eyeshadow, but it's a nice change. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna take this dark chocolate brown shade here at the bottom. It's like super rich. I'm gonna use that same brush that I was using just to kind of really pack that on as well. I'm really just focusing the dark shades on the lid area. I think it's looking like pretty good. Speaking of drugstore, these brushes, you guys, the e.l.f. and J. Kissa brushes, they're amazing. Like the best drugstore brushes that I've tried in a while. They're so good. Okay, now the challenge, doing the same thing on this eye. I feel like these build up really nicely, and like when you pack them on, they look super rich and they're really easy to work with. Kind of blend through these edges a little bit. I'm always so focused when I'm doing my eyeshadow. Like I feel like I'm more of a chatterbox while I'm doing my face makeup versus eyes, where I feel like it's like I just have to be so focused, because I don't really know what I'm doing like ever when it comes to my eyeshadow. I kind of just do it. Okay, so we're looking dark and smoky, but I got to add a little bit of light to this because I want to show you guys this color right here is incredible. It's like that green gold like lime shade. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorite kinds of colors to use in the summertime. So I think I'm going to pop that on right in the center. I'm going to just use my finger to pack that color. This is like no spray, like just me dipping my finger in. And I'm gonna use a little brush just to blend out these edges. I'm kind of using my finger to just blend out the edges of this. You know, it's true when they say like your fingers are your best tools. That is a fact. And with certain shimmers, I feel like they work better with your fingers. Like you don't necessarily need a brush for all of them. I like this. I think it's so cute. Might not look exactly the same on both eyes, and I'm sure that there's much easier ways to do a halo smoky eye than how I did it, but do whatever works for you, whatever's easier for you. Now, this is a really interesting product, and I was actually really shocked yesterday that it actually worked. So this is the Kiss Lash Glue and Eyeliner. So I found this at Walmart, and I was super intrigued. One of you guys actually tagged me on Instagram, and I immediately went out and I saw it and I got it because such a cool concept. So it says it's a matte finish, foolproof, easy touch-up liner with lash glue. So I used this yesterday, and although I really do like it, I did like a really dramatic wing. I feel like the felt tip isn't the greatest for doing winged liner, but it is good for just doing a line up top and then you just pop on your lashes. So it says here on the back that you should apply this to clean, dry eyelids free of moisture or makeup. So when I used this yesterday, I really didn't think it was gonna work because I had eyeshadow on, but it actually did work. My lashes lasted for a few hours. I would say probably within like 6 to 7 hours, the outer part of the lash started kind of lifting a little bit and I just ended up ripping it off. But I'm pretty impressed with this. The only other thing I don't like about it is that it is really difficult to come off. I was like scrubbing my eyes yesterday trying to get it off and I still had a little bit of residue left over. But I like the concept of it, especially if you're on the go and you just want to put on lashes really quick and just do a quick line. So I'm going to test it out again today. It might work better also if you have no eyeshadow on. I'm going to do mascara first. This is the JOAH Lash Up Rising Waterproof Mascara. I don't like this mascara. Yeah, this does nothing for my lashes, but we're going to use it anyway. The wand is really nice too. Like I thought it was going to be a good mascara, but like no, literally does nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that liner and I'll show you guys what the felt tip looks like. It's pretty nice. It's like really pointy, but again, it's not my favorite for winged liner. And you're supposed to do your line and then immediately apply your lashes before the liner dries. So just a little FYI. I'm gonna do a pretty thin line. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my lashes. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. foaming lashes, surprise, surprise, in the style Drama Queen, because that's what I am. Just kidding, but I love these. So like, it's such a cool concept. Like my lashes are in place. They're not coming off. Like they're good, you know, like it's insane because that literally took less than a minute. If you don't mind scrubbing your eyes to get the liner and lash glue off, then I don't think it's a bad product. I'll continue to use it honestly because this just makes life so much easier, especially if you're on the go. Now for the skin, I have these 3 Milani Fruit Fetish sprays. So these are basically scented setting sprays that you can use before makeup to refresh your makeup and then also to set your makeup. I love Milani Make It Last and Make It Dewy sprays. They're like my 2 favorites at the drugstore. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, it looks super cute. Yesterday from testing these out, my favorite one was the Mango Coconut. It smells like a really light coconut. It's not too overwhelming and it feels really good. My makeup actually, even though I didn't love it yesterday, it actually did last all day. I wore it for like, I think over 8 hours. So I was really impressed. I also do like the dragon fruit one. This smells just like dragon fruit and it's actually dragon fruit peach. I love putting dragon fruit in smoothies. You can get frozen dragon fruit, I think at like Walmart, but I usually find it at Target. This is my least favorite one, Kiwi Watermelon. I'm not a big fan. Sprays on these are nice. I'm gonna just use this to prep my skin. It's such a light coconut scent that it's not overwhelming at all. I really, really like it. I smell a little bit of mango, but more coconut than anything. And then for primer, I have the Hard Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. So this is basically supposed to be like the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I could never find this in stores at Walmart. I had to order this online and it was sold out for the longest time. But it says it's supposed to help minimize pores, the appearance of fine lines, hydrate skin, creates a smooth base, and it's supposed to extend your makeup. So essentially, basically just like the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f., which I love. This is what it looks like. I already dug my big finger in it yesterday. I'm gonna use about that much. And I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone. This I like. This was actually a really hydrating primer and I feel like it is really smoothing. Kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Matte Poreless Putty Primer, which I feel like the texture of that one is a little bit smoother than the original. I love them both, to be honest, and I really liked this primer yesterday. So I haven't seen a new like drugstore foundation, so I ended up going to Sally's Beauty Supply and I found the COLLAB Skin Wonder Nourishing Skin Foundation. This is supposed to be like a medium to full coverage foundation, but it's still supposed to look like, sorry, my camera's not focusing, there we go. It's still supposed to look like skin. So from using this yesterday, I do feel like it's a really natural medium coverage. I don't feel like this is full coverage, but it does look like skin. It looks pretty, it lasted all day, but I feel like you need a primer oil with it if you have more of like drier or combo skin like myself, because it is very thick and very moussey and I feel like it'll blend better with a primer oil. So I'm just gonna use this one from e.l.f. This is their Primer Glow Oil. It's from their Retro Paradise collection. So I'm gonna do about 2 drops and I'm just gonna put this on. It smells so good. And now I'm gonna use the foundation, and this one is in the shade Beige 4. I feel like it's just gonna go on a lot better. And I'm gonna use a brush just because I feel like with this foundation, a brush is kind of necessary because it is so thick. And this brush is from Flower Beauty, by the way. I like the foundation. It's not a favorite. Like, I'm not like blown away by it. Like from what I did use yesterday, and even like now, like it's pretty. It's definitely very skin-like, but it's not like life-changing. The primer oil definitely helps. Without it, I feel like it's a little too thick. I'm gonna use a little bit more because again, the coverage is buildable, but it's not full coverage. Since I have primer oil, let me use my sponge today. This one's from e.l.f. and I'm gonna spray it with a little Milani spray. And let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's definitely, I think, better with this sponge, or with a brush, just kidding. So this is what it looks like. I think the color is really nice too. It's not too yellowy. It's like a true shade match for me. Definitely looks like skin, which I like. I think I would like it a little bit more if the consistency was a little bit less thick. So yesterday I used the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Concealer, and I was honestly really nervous about this because I had used their Clean Fresh BB cream and I hated it, and that BB cream broke me out and it had no coverage. It was just a greasy mess on my face. But I really wanted a new drugstore concealer for this video. I don't like this formula, the texture of it, the way that the applicator is. It just doesn't feel good on the skin. I love their undercover concealer, the True Blend. That one is like a Shape Tape dupe. But I will say this does have more coverage than their BB cream, but it's definitely like really the bare minimum. So I was browsing on Walmart.com and I saw this concealer. I've never seen this or heard of this brand before. This kind of looks like NARS packaging, but this is what it looks like. So I got this one in the shade beige, number 103. But yeah, even right now, just the way that it's applying, it kind of reminds me of NARS, which is crazy. Maybe, you know what, since this is a first impressions, if you're wondering about the CoverGirl concealer, I'll put it on the other side just to show you guys like a comparison. This one actually looks like it's gonna have more coverage than what I thought. It smells different. It kind of smells like a box of crayons, which is strange, but it does. Oh wow, this has nice coverage. Ooh, has some really good coverage. I mean, you can clearly see this versus this. It's so lifted and bright and awake. Okay, now let's compare the other side to the CoverGirl concealer. I'm gonna get another sponge damp. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl concealer so we can compare on the other side. And this shade is also not that great. The undertones to this concealer, like in all the shades that they have, are not really good at all. It's not as bad as their BB cream, but it's definitely not something that I like or that I can see myself using. This one I feel like just looks so much more smooth and like creamy, melts into the skin. This I feel like just looks really dry and just like not really great coverage at all. So I'm gonna use the Fora brand on the other side because I really like this makeup and I don't want this to be a fail, but I just wanted to show you guys the other concealer. I mean, if you're into light coverage, then you'll probably like it. But again, the shades in the CoverGirl one are not really that great either. I'm gonna do a little bit down here. All right, I think it's looking really good. Good coverage with the concealer, and the foundation is actually good too because the shade is really nice. So let's do powder. All right, so this I did not like yesterday, like at all, but we'll use it again today. It's from Hard Candy. It's the MARILYN MANROE translucent powder, and it has rose hip oil. I saw it at Walmart and I was like, let's give it a try. So I'm gonna just dust a little bit of this under my eyes because it is pretty white, but hopefully today it'll work. I'm gonna use a brush. Yesterday I used a sponge and I felt like it was too much. It already looks so much better than yesterday, but I think it's also because the concealer is really nice as well. I'm gonna set my brows really quick. I'm just gonna use the Kokie Brow Mascara. It's just a tinted brow gel today. This one's just in the shade Black because I feel like my brows need a little darkness today. I'm gonna finish my eyes since I'm here. I'm gonna go back into the CATRICE palette, and I think I'm gonna just do this color with this color, and I'm gonna just make this a little smokier. I can never forget the lower lashes. It just makes such a difference. And I feel like it almost like conceals my fine lines, which are really annoying, but you know, I'm human. I don't have a new liner, but I'm gonna use this one from ColourPop. It's like super bright. I don't know how to say this. It's CRSSD, crossed. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of this shade hashtag Insta, and I'm gonna pop that in the inner corners. And then I'm gonna use the shade underneath, which is hashtag repost, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. So let me actually start with the matte color first for the brow bone. I kinda wanna just keep the brow bone simple. Just do a little bit of that there. Definitely recommend spraying your brush with this color because it's a little chunky. And then I'm gonna use that JOAH mascara, which I don't like, but I'm gonna use it anyway for the lower lashes. Okay, now for the cheeks. I'm super excited actually because I have some good products here. I used some yesterday and I was like, now I kind of know how to go about them. I have the Makeup Revolution Ultra Matte Bronzer. This one I have in the shade Light. This thing's huge. I just kept the packaging to show you guys. Like, this is literally Ginormo and it's really pretty. Like, it reminds me of something from like high-end, like Lorac or even like Too Faced or something. So when I used this yesterday, I do like the color. It smells really good. It smells like a sweet candy. But it was a little muddy on my cheeks. I'm gonna use a different brush today and see how it works. Because yesterday it was just a little too much. You know what? This brush is too bougie. Hourglass. Hold on, let's get a drugstore brush. So I'm gonna use this brush from e.l.f. and tap off the excess. There is some kickback in this color, if you can see. It's not that bad, but it's there. And I'm gonna just kind of place that bronzer right here and stamp it in. Okay, yeah, today it looks much better. Yesterday, I think I used too much though. Honestly, that's probably what it was. I feel like since this is so pigmented and the color is like a true kind of brown shade, as you can see, I think it's best to use a brush like this that's a little bit more like stiff and you can really pack the color on versus using something like this that's more fluffy. It's gonna make it look splotchy, muddy, and it's not gonna blend properly, at least from my experience. So yeah, like that actually looks good today. But this bronzer is one of those where it's really easy for it to look muddy if you are not careful. This brush, by the way, is so good. It's the Airbrush Blender from e.l.f. from their Retro Paradise collection. It's my new favorite for bronzer. It's amazing. You can just like stamp in your products. I love it. All right, let's do a little bit on the side of the nose. Now for blush, I have the Vanilla Cream Truffle palette from BH Cosmetics. Super cute. They have like 3 other palettes like this, and this one is just so pretty and like pink. So I think for today, I'm gonna do these 2 colors right here. This smells good. All these products smell amazing. This kind of smells a little sweet, kind of like a candle. Oh, that's pretty. I just got something in my eye. Oh gosh. It's pretty though. Oh, it's definitely bright. I used a little too much. All right, hold on, let's blend it out. My cheeks are looking a little crazy. Forgot that I had this CATRICE SUNGASM Luminizing Bronzer. So it's basically like a bronzer with a little bit of like a sheen to it. So I'm gonna tone down this pink and make it a little bit more bronzy. So I'm gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks where I just applied the blush. Oh yeah, that's pretty. God, my cheeks. Okay.
I used too much.
Okay, next we have the CATRICE SUNGASM Face and Body Bronzer. Do you see how big this is? This is like as big as my face. It's crazy. But this one is in the shade, it doesn't have a shade on it actually, but this is huge. I'm gonna just put this right on the tops of the cheekbones, barely dipping my brush in just because again, it is so incredibly pigmented. I'll put a little bit on my shoulders too, just to show you. So pretty. It just makes your skin look really healthy when you have it on your body. I like it. Okay, I'm just gonna set my makeup, and again, I'm gonna use the same Milani Mango Coconut Spray just to set everything into place. This smells so good. Love this. It's nice too, this spray, because it's not gonna alter the finish of your foundation. It's just like sort of like their Make It Last, where like it's gonna set your makeup really nicely, but it's not gonna make you look dewy or matte. Okay, now for lips. So I'm gonna swatch really quick on my lips all of the Fruit Fetish lip balms. So I'm gonna start off with Strawberry Lemonade. It smells so good. And I'll show you guys what they look like. The tints are really light. They're not like too much. Okay, so this is Strawberry Lemonade. You can see the tint is so light, but I think this is really pretty for every day if you want to add something to your lips, but not like too much. Next color, I'm gonna put all of the ones with the tint first on my lips. We have Blueberry Acai. This smells really good too. This one's a little bit deeper, as you can see. These aren't sticky though, which I really like. This smells like a blueberry airhead. I'm telling you, they all smell like candy. So pretty. Like just with like some lashes, some really glowy, dewy skin. Then we have Dragon Fruit Peach. This one also has like a light tint, but it's kind of pinky. So this is Dragon Fruit Peach. All the other ones are pretty clear for the most part. This is Kiwi Watermelon. This smells like Jolly Ranchers, by the way. Oh my god, I just like a Jolly Rancher. So yeah, this is Kiwi Watermelon. Again, this one's just clear. I miss Jolly Ranchers. I used to like bring them to school with me, like in high school, in my purse and just snack on them throughout the day. The good old days. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. It's Pineapple Papaya. I just love the way that it smells. It's weird because I don't really think it smells like pineapple. This kind of smells like mango water ice from Rita's, even though there's no mango in this, but to me, that's what it smells like. Love, love, love. I love this one. This one's really good. And then last but not least is the one that I had on throughout the video, which is the Mango Coconut, which I really like. Okay, so I'm gonna just use the Retro Paradise lip liner. This is from their lip kit, which I love. I'm gonna just line my lip. And then I got this new lipstick from NYX. It's not new, but it's like a new shade. I've never used it. These are their Shout Loud satin lipsticks. I love this formula, but I've never tried this color in the shade Silk. And this is what it looks like. So I think it kind of matches with the lip liner a little bit. Oh wow, this is a lot more bright than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more like neutral. I don't know how I feel about that. Do I like it? And then I'm just gonna use the Pineapple Papaya Lip Balm. I'm gonna just use my finger. Smells so good. I am so in love with the majority of these products, you guys. Like, I'm really happy. There's only 2 things in here that were like complete duds that I wouldn't recommend, that I didn't like. And that is the JOAH Beauty Lash Up Mascara, as well as the Clean Fresh Concealer from CoverGirl. This just did nothing for me. Don't like the texture, the formula of this. If you want a good concealer, definitely check out their Undercover True Blend. That one is so good. This one, not so much. Everything else I really loved. I'm so happy that I was able to test out the products again, because I have a couple things in here that I used yesterday that I wasn't crazy about, and I was able to make them work today, and now I actually really like them. So I feel like it's kind of actually nice that I got to like redo this video, because I feel like I can give you guys like more accurate reviews on the products that I used. So first we have the COLLAB foundation. So when I used it yesterday, I liked it, but I was a little like with it. But today I like it more that I used it with a primer oil. I feel like it's a must. It's a little too thick for me, so a primer oil is definitely essential with it. I am just completely shocked with this concealer that I found on Walmart's website. Like, the coverage is insane. It looks so airbrushed under the eyes. Like, I'm actually just like shook. Like, I have no words. So this I love. I will link it down below because I've never seen it in stores, but I'm very impressed. I'm obsessed with Milani's Fruit Fetish line. These setting sprays are so nice, super cute, and they smell nice, and I feel like they do make your makeup last. It kind of reminds me of their original Make It Last, but it just has a different scent. So I like the coconut mango one the best. And then I also do like their Fruit Fetish lip balms. These are really nice as well. Super lightweight. It feels more like a lip gloss than anything, but I think it's perfect over top of any lip color or even on their own. They're so cute. I like how some of them have tints and some of them don't. So I like these a lot. This bronzer from Makeup Revolution, like, I like it. Like, you could see, like, it's a nice brown color. I just wish it wasn't as pigmented. That's like the only flaw. It's like a little too much, because if you use too much, it's gonna look really muddy really quick. Like this, it was like borderline muddy. This side definitely looks better. This is my good side. Other than that, I do like it. I'll keep using it, but just be mindful that you only need a little bit, and you need to use like a good brush, because if not, it's gonna be a muddy mess. Like, honestly, truly. This little vanilla cream palette from BH is also super cute. I like this. And then I liked everything that I used from CATRICE. The eyeshadow palette was really impressive, actually. I like this more than what I thought I was gonna like it. And I also really like their SUNGASM illuminating bronzer. This is like a cute little blush topper. And then this Ginormo highlighter is everything. I used a little bit, and I like how, like, you can tone it down or you can use a lot and tone it up. So good formula. It's not chunky, and it gives you, I feel like, the perfect glow. This is genius. This is probably like the best thing for in today's video, the lash glue liner. If you don't mind scrubbing your eyes a little bit when you're trying to remove it, then definitely try it out. It's quick, it's easy, and it actually works. Like normally stuff like this, I feel like it doesn't work, but this does. Like it's so good. I've never tried a product like this too, so that's probably why I'm so shocked. My lashes are like in place, like they don't feel like they're about to come off. Loved the Hard Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. This was really great, and surprisingly, I really like this loose powder from Hard Candy. I mentioned earlier that like it was a hot mess when I used it yesterday, and it was. I used this with a sponge yesterday, and it looks so white. I literally look like Casper when I put it on. It was not a good look at all, and then I used it today with a brush, and I used less product, and it looks so smooth and pretty, and it actually looks really good in photos too, which is like surprising because yesterday I took a photo and it was so white and it looked so bad. So I feel like less is more with this product, and definitely use it with a brush and it'll look really nice. That is pretty much it for this first impressions testing new makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have tried any of these products, let me know your thoughts. Overall, I rate this video and these products probably like what, like an A-, B+. Like we had a lot of good stuff here, so definitely check them out. I will link everything that I use down below. If there's anything else you guys want me to test out for upcoming videos, leave me a comment. Also, I will let you guys know how everything wore as well. I'll probably insert that little clip right now so you can see how the makeup looks throughout the day. So it is now 8 p.m. I started filming around 10 a.m. So almost 12 hours of wearing this makeup, and this is what everything looks like. I have not touched up, minus the lip color. So I'm a little oily, but honestly, for how humid it's been lately in PA, this is not bad at all. The fact that this was a 10-hour day and my makeup still looks intact is amazing to me. This is why I love drugstore makeup. So I love the majority of these products, and I'm really excited to keep using them. This lash glue liner kept my lashes on all day today, so I'm also really happy about that. So let me know what you guys think, but these products are getting a double thumbs up from me. Thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out with me today. If you stayed to the very end, I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!